As the docking clamps secured the mysterious ship, Soren Warde stepped aboard, greeted by the tense stares of its two passengers, a human male and a Twi'lek female. The relic's power radiated in the Force, and Soren could feel it drawing shadows from every corner of the galaxy. He needed to act swiftly. "Hello," Soren began, his tone calm and measured. "I'm Soren Warde. You don't need to fear me. I only want to help. You've traveled a long way, and I imagine you're still disoriented. But that relic, it's like a beacon. If we don't make it dormant, we'll have half the galaxy's darkness bearing down on us." The Twi'lek, who Soren quickly learned was named Lyra, groaned in frustration. "Quill, what have you done this time? Honestly, it's like trouble follows you wherever you go. How do you manage to make every situation worse?" Quill, the human male, threw up his hands defensively. "Come on, Lyra, cut me some slack. Soren here is offering to help. And look at him. Green robes, noble face. He practically screams trustworthy. Not an inquisitor, not the Emperor. I've got a good feeling about him." Lyra snorted. "You've got poodoo in your head, Quill. That's what you've got." Soren interrupted, his patience running thin. "As entertaining as this domestic dispute is, we need to focus. That relic must be deactivated now. If it's truly broadcasting its power, we don't have much time before fleets descend on us." Quill turned his attention back to Soren, speaking so rapidly that Soren had to raise a hand to stop him. "Slow down, Quill. Deep breath." Quill took a moment, then nodded. "Okay, valid point. Here's the thing. I don't have a clue what this thing is or how to shut it off. I thought it was a valuable crystal, maybe Sith in origin. Turns out it's a whole lot more." Soren extended his hand. "May I see it?" Quill hesitated, but ultimately handed over the glowing green crystal. The moment it touched Soren's palm, everything changed. A vivid vision overtook him, transporting him to the crystal's creation. He stood in a grand chamber where towering founders encircled a hooded figure who worked meticulously on the relic. When the work was complete, the figure bowed and held the crystal out. "It is ready, my masters," the figure said. Soren's father, the Warden of Space and Time, stepped forward, taking the crystal. The founders extended their hands, channeling overwhelming power into the artifact until it shone so brightly it threatened to consume everything. Then, as suddenly as it had begun, the vision ended. Soren stood back aboard the ship, the relic's glow dimmed in his hands. Quill stared at him, curiosity and awe in his expression. "What just happened? You were here, but you weren't. It was weird." Soren smiled faintly. "Good observation. Now tell me, what do you really know about this crystal?" Quill shrugged. "Not much. I thought it was an ancient Sith artifact. It was stolen from the Emperor himself." Soren frowned. "The Emperor? Who's that?" The room fell silent as Quill recounted the tragic tale of Order 66 and the rise of the Emperor and his enforcer, Darth Vader. Soren listened intently, shock and sadness mixing in his thoughts. The destruction of the Jedi Order and the dark times that lay ahead were troubling, but Soren remembered his father's words. "Balance isn't what always seems right. It simply is, and it's not meant to be understood." This relic was more than an artifact of power. It was a key to maintaining that balance. And now, with the weight of the Force guiding him, Soren knew he had to ensure it stayed out of the wrong hands, even if it meant rewriting destiny itself. "Quill, Lyra," Soren said, standing tall. "We're in this together now. If we're going to protect this relic and stop the galaxy from unraveling, we'll need to act as one." For the first time, Lyra looked less skeptical, though her eyes still glimmered with frustration. "Fine, but don't make me regret this, Jedi." Quill grinned, slapping Soren on the shoulder. "Adventure awaits, my friend. Let's not keep it waiting." Soren looked down at the crystal, its faint glow pulsating in his hand. "Adventure indeed," he murmured, knowing that the road ahead would test them all in ways they could scarcely imagine.